Hi everyone, Crista Cowan here with another episode of the Barefoot Genealogist. Today is going to be short and sweet, but really important. I do need to let you know that I have pre-recorded today's video. While you are watching it at our regularly scheduled time, I will be on a plane on my way to Florida, where I'll be doing an 11-day speaking tour. So if you live in or near Florida and would like to join me for a day, there's several options, and you'll find those on the Ancestry.com blog. You'll find my full schedule for the next couple of weeks. Following the Florida trip, I will be in Philadelphia for an Ancestry Day. That will be on March 15th. Again, you can check the blog to learn more about how to register for that if you live in or near Philadelphia. So this is pre-recorded, but we are going to talk today about updating your Ancestry.com profile and other account settings. Some of you may not even be aware that you have a profile or what some of the different settings are, and so I'm just going to walk you through that briefly with some hints and tips about why you would want to do that, and then we'll show you some things on the side about, I'll show you my own profile and give you some suggestions for updating that. So let's go ahead and dive in. One of the first questions I get when I start talking about profile settings is, why would I want to update my profile? Well, the profile that you have on Ancestry.com oftentimes governs how, when, and why others might contact you. A lot of people, as they go do their family history, they might find somebody in your tree that's also in their tree, and they want to contact you. They want to learn more. Sometimes they even want to just share information with you because they've got a photo or they've got some more information about the family, and so they'll look at your profile. Now, the way that you do that, when you are on Ancestry.com and you do a search, and you find somebody's family tree, so we're talking specifically about family trees today for the profile feature. When you find somebody's family tree, you're going to see the name of the tree owner right here in the center of the screen. It's that way whether you're on this person view or if you're over here in the family view or pedigree view, that tree owner is always going to be right here. If you ever need to find that tree again, that's how you do that, is by searching for the tree owner, not by the tree name. And so if you click on that tree owner, you have an option to view profile. Now you can see here this person has not got a photo. Actually they haven't entered any information in their profile. This is just the standard language. I can contact them, so I can send them a message, but very often, at least the way that most of our users function, we've noticed, is you want to view that person's profile before you contact them. And so this having a profile that's updated rather than just the default profile that's created when you create an Ancestry.com account is really going to increase and encourage this collaboration effort or these connections that we're trying to make. So first thing I'm going to encourage you to do is to upload a photo. We have discovered that if you have a photo on your profile, people are a lot more likely to contact you. Just something about the way that we're conditioned in this world of social media, that if there is no photo, we assume that somebody is not an active or savvy user, and that if there is a photo, that they are. So let's go to your own profile. There's a couple of different ways you can get there. If you hover over Collaborate, you'll see Public Profile is the bottom option there. You can also reach it just by clicking up here on your username and clicking Member Profile. That will take you to your personal Ancestry.com profile page. Now you can see here I have a photo, but it's not a photo of my face. If that's something that makes you uncomfortable, you can upload a photo of, in this case, I've got my feet. It's appropriate, I suppose, considering my moniker, but you can do that. Some people have pictures of their cats or a picture of one of their ancestors. It doesn't matter. The key is that if you have a photo, statistics have proven that people are X times, and I should have looked that number up, more likely to contact you and to feel like you're an active user. So go ahead and do that. That's the first thing. The second thing is to just put in a little bit about yourself in your profile. You can be as personal or impersonal as you want, but again, if you have something written there that's not just the default text, That's going to show that you're an active user, that you're open to connections, that you have some, talk about what your genealogy experience is, or what it is that you're researching, or if you have a blog, there's some places here we can put some links to that. You always have the option to switch to the public view so I can see what others see, and then I can go back to editing, okay? You can enter research interests, and these are important because these are actually searchable. So if I'm interested in Mulliner family members from Scotland and Utah, or Shipman family members that the migration path was Germany to Virginia to North Carolina to Kentucky, or the Jones family from Hawkins County, Tennessee, I can enter that information, and then that becomes searchable in the Ancestry.com member directory. I could, as a user, go out and search for everybody looking for Jones family members in Hawkins County, Tennessee, and hopefully others would come up on that list for me to collaborate with. There is a recently added content box here where I can see what content I've recently, like what images and photos I've recently uploaded to my tree. I also, because my tree is public, anybody who comes to view my profile page, I've set it that they can see my tree, so they can actually access my tree from my profile page. Out on the Ancestry.com message boards, I've also set some of my favorite message boards that I want to keep an eye on and stay up to date on these counties or these particular surnames. Over here on the right-hand side is the activity, and this is something you're going to want to pay attention. This isn't something you can edit, but this is something you want to pay attention to when you're looking at others, the profiles of others, right? So it has how long I've been a member of Ancestry.com, and then when I last signed in. And so that will tell you if the person is an active user or not. And that's important to know. Now you can also, again, add as much or as little information demographically as you want, information about your family history research experience. And then I mentioned earlier, you can also, if you have a family history blog or a Facebook page for family members, that's what this is here for me, you can add those websites here, web links there as well. If you're a member of the Ancestry World Archives Project, we keep track of how many records are keyed and arbitrated by every one of our indexers, and those statistics are shown there. And then you can actually search the member directory from your profile. So that's your profile page, and I would hope that most of you are willing to update that and just put some information out there about yourself. Like I said, even if all you do is upload some photo and add a little bit of information about yourself, you're going to see it increase the contacts that you receive from others who are looking to collaborate with you. Now, let's just briefly run through a few other things here under your member profile. These are your account settings. So if I click on my account, it's going to tell me what kind of subscription I have. That's where you're going to go to find out which credit card is being charged, if you need to update your email address or your mailing address or any personal information. I'm not going to click on it because it has all my personal information, but that's the My Account screen is where you go to learn about your Ancestry.com account and the settings there. This next link here is Site Preferences. So this has to do with a few different things. One is how you receive hints. So I can turn on or off member tree hints. So I can get hints just for records, or I can get hints for records and the trees of other people. So I can turn that on or off. Excuse me. I also, you can see here, I have quite a few trees that I manage or am invited to. I can decide which trees I want to receive hint notifications for. So this hint notification leaf up here, it will count the hints in the trees that I have purposefully selected. So I can uncheck any of those at any time or check some of them, and then it will only show me those hints. So that's how you manage hints. Below that, you're going to manage your community preferences. What that means is how other members of the Ancestry.com community can communicate with you. Now, our recommended way to do that, and that's the default, is anonymously. So basically what happens is another member wants to contact you. They click the contact button on your profile. It will show up here as a message on Ancestry.com. We do not share your email with them, nor do we share theirs with you. You communicate back and forth via the Ancestry.com messaging system. So that's the default, and that's what we encourage you to do, particularly for those first few messages back and forth. Now, once you've communicated with somebody and you feel comfortable with them or have discovered a familial connection, then by all means, if you feel comfortable taking it offline to offline, off of Ancestry to an email account, a personal email account, or to a Facebook page, you're welcome to do that. The other options here are to just display your email address so that others can contact you directly, or to not allow other people to connect with you. That means that they won't be able to contact you at all, however, and we discourage that for a lot of reasons, but the main one is just that collaborating and working together, or even just sometimes making discoveries about cousins and the treasures that are sometimes held in families that we didn't even know about, is a really big part of family history. So hopefully you won't just turn it off altogether. Now, if I scroll down a little bit further, here you're going to see just a few other links. Activity preferences, public profile preferences. It's just linking you back to your profile page if you want to update any settings there. And then at the very bottom of this page, you're going to see search preferences. So for those of you who have been using old search, you can check this use category exact mode box, and it actually simulates old search in our current search experience. Make sure once you've made any changes there that you click Update Preferences so that it saves the changes that you've made on that page, and then you're on your way. Now, over here on the right-hand side, you can change or update your current username. If you're not currently using your name, your real name, as your username, I'd strongly encourage you to consider that, particularly or especially for those of you who are participating in the DNA project, where user connection is a big part of that. People oftentimes feel far more comfortable connecting with somebody who has a real name than somebody who has a screen name. And so hopefully if you're comfortable enough using that, you can make that change right here. You can also, if you've moved since you've last signed up, whatever, change your current location. Just below that, you're going to see a link for Facebook Connect. For those of you who've connected your Ancestry.com account to your Facebook account, you can just check and see the status of that and then disconnect it if you feel the need to do that. Okay, last couple of settings here. The next one is going to be email settings. This is the emails that you receive from Ancestry.com. So if you want to receive our monthly newsletter, it's called the Ancestry Monthly Update, or the AMU. We send that out once a month, as the title probably clues you in on. And it has some excellent articles, some success stories. One of the things I love doing is reading other people's research, because it always helps spark ideas for me about ways I can do my own research better. And so that Ancestry Monthly Update, it also will notify you of new content. There's letters from some of our expert genealogists and articles that you can read there, and just a really great little email that you get once a month. Our Ancestry World Archives project also has a newsletter. It's quarterly. You can sign up for that so that you can learn more about the World Archives project. And then this one you're probably all going to be most interested in, which is our special offers. That allows you to receive emails about any new content that we put online, anytime we make site enhancements or changes, any of the events like the upcoming Florida events or the Philadelphia events. We send out emails to people geographically for those events. And then any special promotions, if we're running a sale on DNA, or if we're having a special on subscriptions, or whatever the circumstance may be, that you're going to want to make sure that you check that. And then, of course, as always, make sure you update your preferences if you make any changes so that we maintain those settings. Last thing is your alerts. So alerts are what allow you to see what changes are being made to the different trees that you're a part of. Now remember, you're going to see a whole list of trees here, because I'm either own or am invited to a lot of trees. I only have one tree for myself, but I do research for other people. I have friends and family who've invited me to their trees, and so I've got a lot of trees. So what it allows me to do is actually, if I click on any one of these little links that say change delivery options, it allows me to decide what kinds of emails or alerts I want to receive. So if I want to receive information about new content that's added to my tree. So if you've got, friends or family members invited to your tree and any of them are listed as contributors or editors, you can receive a daily or a weekly notification about anything they upload to your tree. You can also receive weekly or monthly updates about new hints in your tree. So as Ancestry.com discovers new records, we can send you that. Anytime anybody adds a comment to your tree, which if your tree is public, anybody can do at any time, you can go ahead and click that you want to receive a notification of that. I check mine out on a regular basis. We talked about that in our last show, but sometimes it's nice to still actually get that email in my inbox to remind me to go check those. And then anytime anybody accepts an invitation to your tree, so if you send out an invitation to your tree, you'll be notified when they finally accept that. You can do that so those are all of the alert notification options that you can receive at a per tree level. And then again, make sure you click save before you exit out of that so that it saves any changes you may have made. You can also set up, at the very bottom of this page, there's a link to go set up message board alerts. If there are specific county or surname message boards you're interested in receiving notification about anytime a change is made, and then DNA alerts. So anytime you get new matches or profile updates, any of that, you can, if you check this, make sure that you receive those alerts on your DNA account. So those are your account settings. It's not, there's not a whole lot there, but it's that little link up there on your profile, and sometimes people just don't click on it. So I just wanted to walk you through some of those things today so that you knew what they were, so that you're a little bit more comfortable with them, and hopefully you'll just go explore and play around with them and see, set things the way you like them. They're full, we try to make things as customizable as possible within the constraints of both our system and, the fact that we've got more than 2 million subscribers. So just a quick couple of reminders. Hopefully you'll want to update your profile, because that will increase your visibility and the likelihood of people contacting you or wanting to collaborate with you or share information with you. Be sure to upload a photo, some photo. Check your site preferences just to make sure things are set the way you want, and then make sure you verify those email settings so that you're getting the communication from Ancestry.com that you want in the process. Well, that is all I have for you today. Just a reminder again here at the end, this is pre-recorded, so I will not be on chat following the presentation if you're watching this live, but hopefully you feel free, and I know we've got a great community going there, so hopefully you feel free to just chat with each other and help each other out in my absence. I will be in Florida for the next couple of weeks, and if you're interested in attending one of the events that I'll be speaking at while I'm there, please check out the schedule. It's on the Ancestry.com blog. The blog post was done about 2 or 2.5 weeks ago if you just scroll through that list. That's all I've got. I told you it was going to be a brief show, so we're going to go ahead and wrap up. Until next time, this is Crista Cowan. Have fun climbing your family tree.